We have just received another piece of evidence that we may be living in a multiverse. In today's video, I will tell you everything about it. Let's get started. For thousands of years, humans pondered what's beyond the universe. With the advent of modern technology, scientists have come up with many theories about the existence of multiple universes. Till recently, this seemed like something that was impossible to prove or disprove. But now things are changing. Now scientists say there is proof for the existence of other universes. They call it the multiverse. Before we talk about this new evidence, let's take a look at the current state of scientific knowledge. The Big Bang Theory is the prevailing cosmological model for the universe. It describes how our universe began from an extremely hot and dense state, then rapidly expanded and cooled. As it cooled, energy transformed into elementary particles, which then formed into atoms, stars, galaxies, and everything we see around us. According to this theory, all matter, space, and time began at a single point known as the singularity. Then our universe started expanding. Scientists also came up with a concept of the heat death of the universe. According to this theory, one day all the stars in the universe will run out of fuel and our universe will be filled with nothing but cold, dark matter. The total entropy of the universe would then reach a maximum, and our universe would reach a state of equilibrium with no further potential for change or evolution. But wait a second. If we were to extrapolate backwards from the present state of the universe to the moment of the Big Bang, we find that the laws of physics break down at the singularity. Also, if we look at our universe from a different perspective, we notice that it doesn't appear to be infinite. It looks finite. There are simply too many stars and galaxies in the observable universe. So based on these two arguments, we can safely say that the Big Bang Theory is incomplete. It cannot explain the origin of the universe nor its size. Some scientists believe that our universe may not be all there is, and that there could be other universes that exist independently. This concept is known as the multiverse. There are several different versions of the multiverse, but they all share one common feature: other universes. According to some versions of the multiverse, other universes are completely separate from our own, while others suggest that they coexist within our own universe, but are invisible to us. Still, others claim that other universes exist on higher dimensions that are inaccessible to humans. One version of the multiverse theory that has gained some traction in recent years is the holographic principle. According to this theory, the information contained in a region of space cannot exceed the amount of information that can be stored on the surface of a sphere surrounding that region. In other words, our universe is like a hologram, and the information that makes up our reality is stored on a two-dimensional surface that we can't see. This means that there could be other universes whose information is stored on other holographic surfaces. Another version of the multiverse theory is the eternal inflation model. According to this model, our universe is just one bubble in an ever-expanding sea of universes. New universes are constantly being created, each with its own physical laws and constants. So if we were to travel through a special type of wormhole known as a quantum wormhole, we could potentially end up in one of these other universes. Well, until now, these were all theories. But according to a recent study, we have just received another piece of evidence that we may be living in a multiverse. The new evidence comes from the cosmic microwave background radiation. This is the leftover radiation from the Big Bang that still fills the universe today. Scientists have been studying this radiation for decades, and they have found that it has a very particular pattern. The radiation is almost perfectly uniform in all directions, but there are tiny variations in temperature that create spots that are slightly hotter or colder than others. These spots are known as anisotropies. The fact that the cosmic microwave background radiation is so uniform tells us that the universe was very homogeneous in the early stages after the Big Bang. This makes sense because the universe was incredibly hot and dense, so there wasn't enough time for matter to clump together and form structures. However, as the universe expanded and cooled, gravity caused matter to clump together, and eventually stars and galaxies formed. But here's where things get interesting. In a recent study, researchers reported that they had found an unexpected correlation between the temperature, variations in the cosmic microwave background radiation, and the distribution of galaxies in the universe. More specifically, they found that the correlation between the two is stronger than it should be by chance alone. Now, this by itself isn't exactly evidence of a multiverse, but it's a piece of the puzzle. See, one of the predictions of the eternal inflation model is that there should be a correlation between the cosmic microwave background radiation and the distribution of matter in the universe. This is because the matter in the universe is not created equal. There is more matter in some places than others, and this uneven distribution of matter is imprinted on the cosmic microwave background radiation. However, until now, the correlation between the cosmic microwave background radiation and the distribution of matter in the universe has been weaker than expected. This has led some scientists to conclude that the eternal inflation model is wrong. But the new study suggests that there may be a correlation there that we're just not seeing. This could mean that other universes are influencing our own. To be clear, this is not exactly evidence of other universes, but it's a piece of the puzzle. You see, if we want to find evidence of a multiverse, we need to look for signs of other universes interacting with our own. And what better way to do that than by looking at the cosmic microwave background radiation? If other universes are out there, then they should be creating a small but detectable signal in the cosmic microwave background radiation. So far, we haven't found any evidence of this. But this new study suggests that we may need to look at the data in a different way. Maybe the signal from other universes is hidden in plain sight. Maybe we have been looking at the cosmic microwave background radiation the whole time, but we have not been looking at it in the right way. Maybe we need to take into account the distribution of galaxies when analyzing the data. This is obviously very exciting stuff. True, it could mean that we live in a multiverse, but remember, correlation does not equal causation. Just because there may be a correlation between the cosmic microwave background radiation and the distribution of matter in the universe does not mean that other universes are responsible for it. There could be other explanations. Scientists will need to analyze the data more thoroughly and rule out all other possibilities before they can say that this is evidence of a multiverse. But even if it turns out that there is no evidence of a multiverse, it will still be an important study. You see, the universe is vast and mysterious. And the more we learn about it, the more we realize how much we don't know. There is still so much out there that we have not discovered yet, and who knows what we might find. So whether or not this new study turns out to be evidence of a multiverse, it is still an important step in our understanding of the universe. Some scientists say that we already live in a multiverse. They point to the fact that there are many different types of matter in the universe. And all of these different types of matter seem to obey the same laws of physics. This suggests to them that our universe is just one of many that exist, and all of these universes are made of different types of matter that obey the same laws of physics. I really hope that we will discover the truth someday. What do you think? Do we live in a multiverse? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So I would like to thank you for watching my videos. If you like my work, please support me through donations. This will help me produce more videos. With that said, I will see you next time.